He is the American Nero. He's a failed leader, and I think that he is doing this because he's trying to energize his base to fend off a real butt whipping this November. I thought it was one of the most disgusting speeches an American president has ever given. He ran as being a unifier, and he's basically saying to the vast majority of the country that disapproves of him that they're effectively a threat to the republic.
Called by duty and conscience to confront extremists who put their own pursuit of power above all else. Democrats, independents, mainstream Republicans, we must be stronger, more determined, and more committed to saving American democracy than MAGA Republicans are to destroying American democracy. Donald Trump and the MAGA Republicans represent an extremism that threatens the very foundations of our republic.
He dodders, he lashes out, but at the end of the day, his policies are why there's so much opposition to him. He came in and he opened the border, and we've seen what a disaster that's been. He kneecapped American energy. We've seen how that's hurt millions and millions of people across our country. They've inflated the currency. We have one of the worst inflations we've had in over 40 years. So of course, people are going to be upset at all the wreckage that he's left in his wake.
Now, America must choose to move forward or to move backwards, to build the future or obsess about the past, to be a nation of hope and unity and optimism, or a nation of fear, division, and of darkness. MAGA Republicans have made their choice. They embrace anger. They thrive on chaos. They live not in the light of truth, but in the shadow of lies.
The most important thing about this story is it discloses that so many journalists, so-called progressive journalists, are willing to go along with what is effectively declaring war on half of the country, on 70 million people who voted for Donald Trump, that are willing to overlook this gross corrosion of American democracy because it suits their particular narrative. I think this is probably the most disturbing speech I've seen out of any, certainly in the US, in my entire life. I think this is a sign that the US could be in civil war by the end of the decade.